Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Shannon and I love rocks and gemstones. And rock tumbling is one of my favorite hobbies. I'm a little obsessed with it, as you can tell from this channel. And today I'm going to show you the entire process of tumbling unakite. Let's get that focus there. Yeah, unakite. This is one of my favorite stones. So I'm going to take you through the entire process from rough through all the different stages to the final finished polished process, and that at the end of the video, so stay tuned, I'll show you my timeline and the recipe that I used to get these results. And unakite is one of my very favorite stones just because I love the combination of green and pink. So it's got this nice mossy olive green and this salmon pink and some quartz. And you can see here how it is shined up nicely. But there is a little bit of challenge to polishing unakite because it's made up of 3 different minerals. It's made up of epidote, which can be Mohs hardness 6 to 7. It's orthoclase, that's the pink, and that's Mohs hardness 6. And then this piece, it's also got some quartz in it, which is Mohs hardness 7. And when you have components in there that are not all the same hardness, then some of them are going to grind away a little bit faster than others. And there is a challenge in getting a really smooth surface on your gemstones. So while these do have a shine, they don't feel perfectly smooth. And that's the challenge. That's why I'd consider unakite to be more of an intermediate tumble. And if you're curious about tumbling unakite and you'd like to do it yourself, then let's get started. Let me show you the rough. All right, I have a free barrel, so I will be starting some unakite today. And it's one of my very favorite stones because it's a really pretty green and pink. It's really lovely. And it's hard to see in the rough stage here. But this is about Mohs hardness 6, maybe 6.5. And I've really been looking forward to starting some unakite. And I do have a free barrel open today. And I'm going to get this in to Coarse grit and we'll take a look at it next week. This is the unakite and it's been in Coarse grit for 1 week. And man, let me tell you, that slurry was thick. I mean, thick, like chocolate pudding in the barrel. And it took me so long to clean these out. In fact, there's still some slurry in some of these bits because I just couldn't spray it out enough. But I'm not too worried about getting it super duper clean because this is going to go back in Coarse for another week. There's just too many pits still left in these, even though the shape is nice. But the benefit of that thick slurry is that it highlighted all of those areas. But check out the colors on this unakite. This pink and green. It's really beautiful. And this is actually one of my very favorite stones because I just love the combination of pink and green. And I think like ruby and zoisite or ruby and fuchsite are the only other ones that are pink and green. But so pretty. So I'm going to get these back in the barrel in more Coarse grit and we'll see them again next week. The unakite has finished its 2nd week in Coarse and it's looking really, really nice. Last week I had a lot of trouble even cleaning the slurry out of the pits and crevices in these, and now the stones are a lot smoother. I just didn't have that problem this time. And yeah, look at these gorgeous colors. Like, unakite has a mix of green and pink that is just unlike anything else in the gemstone world. So nice. So I'm going to get these washed up just a little bit more and put these in medium grit for the week. Here is the Unakite after a week in medium grit, and it's feeling really smooth. Just have to say that Unakite slurry gets so thick. It was really difficult to wash these out, and they're going to get a wash cycle before they go on to fine grit because there's just so much slurry sticking in between all of the ceramic media. But these are looking so pretty. Look at these colors. Kind of matches my raincoat today. Really beautiful. Yeah. All right, let's get these washed up some more and then put them in fine. Here is the Unakite after 1 week in fine and looking nice. Great color. So nice. The surface is feeling smooth. I mean, you'll see I do leave in some imperfections in these. I still want them to look natural, but in general, the overall shape is soft. This one looks like it might have chipped a little bit in there. Can't tell, but pretty colors. So I'm gonna give this a good wash cycle and get this into extra fine grit. All right. Here is the super pretty Unakite that has been in extra fine grit for a week and is now ready for polish. And yeah, look at these colors. So gorgeous. And so I'm going to get this into a thorough wash cycle because there are some surface imperfections here, and I want to make sure that all of the grit is washed off of these stones and off of the media before I put it in polish. And if you're curious specifically what a wash cycle is, you can see that in my Rock Tumbling 101 tutorial, and the link for that is in the description below. Like, see this one here, like it's got a little bit of, it's got some quartz crystals in that little like cave there, and you want to make sure that all the grit is out of spots like that before you stick it in polish. So, looking so nice. All right, let me get these thoroughly washed up and into polish. This is the Unakite after a week in polish, and I really feel like it's been a while since we checked on something in polish. And in fact, with all this foam here, I was a little worried that I just left it in a wash cycle for a week, but I can see down there the white of the polish in here. So let's give this a check and see how this Unakite did this week. I'll just pick one right out of the polish. Dunk it in some clean water, dry it off, and looky, look at that nice polish on it. This particular one has some pits in it, which I left because sometimes those pits have little crystals in it, I have found recently. And so let me take another one, rinse it off. Give it a dry. And yeah, that shined up really nicely. Wow, this one got really pitted. Anyway, let me just grab one more. Get down in there. And dry it off. Does this tissue paper count as ASMR? Anyway, here is, yeah. really nice polish on that. So I am going to rinse all of this off. I'm going to get it back in the barrel with some soap and borax to give these a nice burnish. I'll let that run for a couple of hours, and then I'll show you pictures of the finished product. Thank you so much for joining me and watching my process as I tumbled UNAKITE from start to finish. And I really hope that I've piqued your curiosity, because UNAKITE is a really lovely stone, and each piece is going to have a different balance of the greens and pinks and whites, and it's really lovely to see it go through all of those stages. And if you have been tumbling for a little while, you're looking for a slightly bigger challenge, then UNAKITE might be something that you would feel interested in. So if you're a brand new rock tumbler and you're just learning, I do have an online rock tumbling course, Rock Tumbling 101, and I'll put the link in the description below. And if you are an experienced rock tumbler and you'd like to see how I tumble a different variety of stones, then make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any gemstone videos, and you can follow along on my Rock Tumbling weekly video journal. So thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll see you again soon.